What's up, everyone? Good to see you again. Really excited for this Continental Tour to continue here in Switzerland. I am going to do a watch along as usual. I'm flying solo today, so I'll try to get the results up as best as I can. And clearly, this should be exciting. We're looking forward to seeing the likes of Asheli and Fraser Price today, uh, sh- along with others. There's Munjinga Kambunji. So interesting kind of a meet we're gonna have here in Switzerland. Slightly overcast, it seems like they're in Luzerne. Lots of people in the stand so far. Yeah, and wherever you're joining me from, thanks for joining. If you're in the United States, I think you got to watch it on Flow Track if that's what you want to see, and hopefully you'll hang around and we can talk about it. And I'll try to get the results up as well. I mean, some of these, the website isn't the kind of website I like to maneuver, but I think there were some heats already. I think the some field events are in progress. I think women's pole vault should be in the mix as well right now. I'm trying to get some results on that. It seems like a bunch of women already clearing 4:30, so it's just in the early stages of this event here. So we'll get a chance to see what's going on soon. What's up on the track? I hopefully we'll get some good coverage. I suspect we'll see that. How you doing, Gladys? How you doing? You're watching from London. That's really good. Hopefully, you're getting some good coverage there. Usually the BBC has good coverage on track and field, but this should be exciting. I was just reading Athletics Weekly earlier this week, so I saw some of the recap from the European Championships. Yeah, apparently it's warm there in Luzern, so there are going to be some 100-meter hurdles in a second on the track, and we'll see what goes on there. As you know, this is not a Diamond League. This is Continental Tour Silver meeting, and so you won't get all the superstars as usual. They don't have the same kind of budget, but you'll see what's going on. Let's see. Cheryl is saying, love Shelly and she's the greatest 100 meter, but can she win Mother Nature? Aging, she can't win. She can't win today or medal in Paris. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I think it would be a great send off for her to find her way on a medal podium. It's going to be very difficult, very difficult. But for her to be around still is just amazing. You're asking what time is the women's 100 meters? Let me check and see. I think it's coming up later on. Let's see. They're just going to show some highlights here of the 110-meter hurdles. Let's see. I think the women's 100 meters is scheduled for 2041 their time. So, yeah, that's another. I'm trying to think. There's a couple heats here, so that should be coming up first, I suspect. Yeah. Yeah. It's a really odd website, I'll be honest with you. Let me get it on the screen. I think this is the schedule right now. I mean, it's not. It's in a couple. I mean, in Dutch, I think as well. I try to change it to English. Not Dutch. What I'm saying, German. I think. And I think women's 100 is like. Those are the heats, though. I don't know what time. What time is the final? It's not showing up on there. I think. I think 2034. I think. Sorry. Cheryl is saying, to be honest with myself, I'm sick of Grant Holloway. It's funny you say that. I mean, it's like an all-time great there. We're witnessing. I guess you're meaning that he doesn't lose, but he hasn't won the Olympic title yet. So I think that's the thing that's left from his medal. Very close to the world record a few years back. Rashid Broadwell should have been here, but he's also withdrawn from the meet. So I think this is the second meet the Jamaican has withdrew from rather in recent weeks, in last week, I think, and this week. So not quite sure how serious that injury is and whether or not it will be a problem. Yeah. What's going on? Hussein is saying, I believe Shellyan is going to win a medal in the 4x1. 4x1 is going to be tough at the Olympics, I think. I think in Jamaica, if they do well, they should be able to get on that podium as usual. I think the Americans will start favorite. And so I think Manga is like going really good on this hurdles here. Everybody's crashing into hurdles here. It's very, I don't know what I'm seeing here. This was the worst hurdle race you've ever seen, 110-meter hurdle race here, and guys are just like dropping everywhere. Pierre from Brazil winning the first heat in 13:54. Let me just finish this comment. Yeah, I think Jamaica has a good chance. I think Great Britain also should be in the mix. The US will start favorite, I think. Probably bigger favorites than they ever started before. But we'll get a chance to see what happens. I mean, as you know, it's about how you carry on a stick. Yeah, I think, let me see if I can get some of these results up earlier. I think these are replays of the heat today. Yeah, so I think that they just showed us Pereira race that was 13:54. Yeah. These are just like races that happened earlier that they're replaying right now. Yeah. I don't know. It's terrible. It's a terrible way of showing results, like with commas and all that. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see. There's some good comments going on. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Thanks for joining. Oh, I guess you're responding to Cheryl here. Uh, G Karita saying, "Mark my words, guys. Shelly will win." Oh, you're saying she's gonna win the goal? That's that would be amazing. I mean, I never count out Shelly and Fraser Price. You know, I even last night on the live, I was, you know, giving her all the flowers she deserves. But you know, it would be a super surprise if that were to happen, given the season she's having. But we'll see. Uh, he got another comment here. Shelley will either finish first or second. Kimon Blackwood, what time is the 100 meters? That's coming up, I think, at 20. I saw it earlier here. Give me a second. This is really a ridiculous setup they have in terms on the website. I think I saw it for 2034. But it's just showing heats right here, so I don't know why they're doing it like that. Yeah. 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 So I think 2041 and 24. So it's going to be like 2034 for the B heat and the A heat. Oh, I guess it's by a couple of races. It will be at 2041. That's when. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be at this time. Let me see. And Cornell saying Shelly peaks when it matters. Trust me. No, I mean, that's true. I mean, Fraser Price is, she has to be here at this time of the year. Anna Angel saying, nah, as hopefully as I am the goal, as hopeful, I guess you mean hopeful as I am, the goal is far reach. Yeah, I mean, if she can get on the medal podium, I think that would be fantastic. Kimon, what's going on, is saying, I see where Shelley moved from 1088 to 1073 after surgery in 2009. Yeah, and we got another comment here. People must accept not the same Shelley of years ago. No, it's true. I mean, this is a woman that's much older, 38 in December. The fact that she's still around is just remarkable. I mean, no matter what happens at the Olympics, I don't think it has anything on her legacy, to be honest with you. She's just so good. Yeah. So there is 100 meters Hurdles on track right now. I just saw Samba Mayela. There was also the Olympic champion Jasmine Camacho Quinn. So they were just doing some introductions there. I'll try to find that right now. Yeah. If I can, I don't know. This is the time when I really wish that my producer was around. He could just handle all of these stuff while I. Okay. All right. So women's 100 meters here. Yeah, as you guys know, Samba Mayela is having a fantastic season. Camacho Quinn is getting back into the thick of things. You can never count her out. But the 100-meter hurdles at the Olympics is just such a hard race to even think through. Akira Nugent, you think about her. You think about Masai Russell. I mean, it's just amazing kind of hurdlers everywhere. All right, they're into the blocks right now. Let's see. Can Camacho Quinn get a good start? We saw her a couple of weeks ago getting a little bit of an injury, but it doesn't seem as if it was a major setback, and she's back to, yeah, going. No, I can't show this thing, to be honest with you. It's going to be a copyright. Camacho Quinn is like flying down the track by herself. Samba Mayela is hitting a few hurdles here, and Camacho Quinn is going to win this really comfortable 12:43 into a 0.3 headwind is the unofficial time there. Fantastic run there from Camacho Quinn rounding into shape. So it's official now at 12:41 ahead of Caicedo, 12:64. And Samba Mayela, the Frenchwoman that's having a fantastic year, finishing in third in 12:85 after some trouble there. Let me get that up. Yeah. 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 Camacho Quinn by herself there. Very clean hurdling from the Olympic champion. Arms tuck well. Focus on her face. Yeah, it's good to see her back in good form. No win to speak of, just a 0.3 here. Caicedo is hurdling well as well, but a lot of trouble for Samba Mayela early on, and she was out of it much early. So official result 12:41, 12:64, and 12:85. Yeah. Let's see. No, I can't do that, to be honest with you. That's like copyright. Hopefully you can find it somewhere else and you come back and hang out. Cornell is saying even if Shelley walks the race, Jamaicans goes crazy. Yeah. I'm watching it on Hi Dina. I'm watching it on Flow Track. I don't know where you are. If you look at it in the United States, it's on Flow Track. That's where I'm seeing it. You gotta if you have to have the Flow Track subscription. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that was the end of the 100-meter hurdles there. They still haven't updated all of this. Let me see if they'll update all of it, all of this right now. That's not what you. Right, so that's the official results. Meeting record as well for Camacho Quinn, 12:41 to 12:64. Samba Mayela, 12:85, and Herx, 12:87. Yeah, so not bad. Apparently, there's great conditions for running there in Switzerland, warm conditions. So we anticipate some good times. What are you guys expecting from Fraser Price later on? Last night on the live, I was saying if we get her into the 12:8s, you should we would feel good about it. Faster than that, and you might be getting really giddy. You might be doing what Cornell is saying. Yeah. No matter what she does, yeah. Fraser Price has nothing to prove for about 10 years now, if you ask me. It's just a remarkable career. Some javelin going on right now. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what's coming up next. So we just had 100-meter hurdles for women. I think not too far from now, we should be getting some women's 100 meters. Actually, no, let's see. I think they may go to men first because I don't think this is in the right order here. Yeah. Yeah, I think coming up would be some 100 meters for men. I think, if I'm reading this correctly. And for some reason, FlowTrack is messing around with this stream. I'm not quite sure what's going on with their stream. They may have lost the master feed a while ago, but I got it back. Yeah. All right. All right. Only some javelin going on, some field events here. Cox went over 80 meters here. I don't know what this is look like, 82 or 81 meters here or something like that. Yeah. It should be good at shot put as well. There's Tom Walsh there, I believe, Otherdal from the United States. So a fair amount of decent athletes there. A bunch of Jamaicans are at the meet. Kemba Nelson, I think. Crystal Slowly's there. A number of, I think Gary Card run this morning, that kid. Yes, so Gatkis Kass wins the javelin throw in 81.43. But I only saw the winning throw. They haven't been showing the rest of the field events, so it's not particularly far anyway. So, yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right. So we're just waiting for other stuff to come on the track. There's too many breaks in a track meet like this, to be honest with you. Yeah. All right. So for those of you just coming on, the only thing that happened so far in the track that's worth mentioning was well, at least the only thing I saw was the victory for Camacho Quinn, rounding into great shape, 12:41, their meeting record. Yeah. No, she hasn't run it. She's coming up. Right now, there are going to be some 100-meter heats on the track. Yeah. Yeah. We got to wait a little bit before Shelley runs. There's some heats for the 100 meters. There's Sha'carri there and Michael Campbell. Yeah. It's on flow. Where are you? Where are you, Dwight? It depends on where you are. If you are in the United States, then it's flow track. I don't know where it is for anywhere else in the rest of the world, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah. I think Gary Carr is there. I think he ran in the heats earlier of the 200 meters, I believe. Let me see. He may have run, or if he has, I don't know. No, actually, he hasn't yet. I think he is in one of these heats. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's coming up to. He's gonna run. Which is kind of a surprise, right? I didn't even realize that he's there. What's up, Ryan? Thanks for that. Yeah, Carr is a special talent. You know, what is he? Is he 16 or 17? And yeah, you know, he's something special. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know where, if you can get it. I don't know if the World Athletics is showing it on their channel, to be honest with you. But I don't believe you would get it in Jamaica because I think the world feed, unless you have a VPN. I don't know if World Athletics is showing it on their YouTube channel. You could check that. Yeah. 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 So there's the Heat B here, the men's 100 meters. I just seen them introduce Ceccarelli. And then Michael Campbell from Jamaica running out of lane 9, it looks like, I think, or lane 8. I can't see. Yeah, lane 8. Yeah. So they have changed the lineup of this heat so much. Yeah. Nero is saying 17 years old and training with MVP, so he'll continue to progress. No, for sure. I think it's it's often funny that we're thinking about a kid at this year at 17, but he's super special. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah. No, I agree with you here, Willie. It doesn't matter what Shelly and Fraser Price does. Her legacy is secured. As I said, it's the greatest 100-meter career we'll ever see. Five-time world champion, back-to-back 100-meter champion. Only third woman to do that behind Wyoming Tyus and Gail Levers. Then after her, Elaine Thompson. So it's outrageous a career she has. Twice world champion after giving birth, and topped that off with a bunch of medals as well. So the first heat is off. It looks like it's hard to see here. There's a grin angle. The Belgian guy looks like he won this. Verhelstraten wins it in 10:17. This heat right here. Yeah. Ahead of Smith from the United States, 10:22. I got to be honest with you guys. The coverage of this is terrible in terms of the way in which they're doing the camera angles. It's hard to even see this. Yeah. I think Michael Campbell finishing down the track. I'm not quite sure. I have to see the result again. So good running by the Belgian athlete here, Verhenstraten, ahead of Smith, and Ozer looks like he's in it as well. Let me see if I can get the results somewhere here. Give me a second. Let me get that. They haven't updated the result yet, so give me a second. This is not like the Diamond League. All right, so Verhelstraten win this in 10:16 ahead of Smith, 2022. Ozer 10:33, Ceccarelli 10:35, Michael Campbell 5th 10:37, and Jeff Reyes 10:51, and that's the results of Heat B of the 100 meters for men there in Switzerland. Debbie's saying Shelley will win gold in Paris. We all would like to see that. Not optimistic, but I mean, I would take that all day and twice on Sundays. Yeah. I mean, if she were to do that at that age, it would be ridiculous. And a lot of people would have to turn around and ask questions like, how do you allow a 37-year-old to win the Olympic champion, to be the Olympic champion? It's just not something that should happen. Yeah. But, we're not talking about an ordinary woman either. Yeah. Ryan is saying, even if Shelley makes it to the Olympic 100-meter final, she's still a winner. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing about her is that she's also a super fierce competitor. Look at what happened last year. Last year, she should not even be in the mix. I mean, she had that knee injury. She basically warmed her way through the rounds into the semifinal and final and found a way to get on the podium. Yeah. Cheryl is saying, Richardson winning this one, even with her eyes closed. It might look that way for sure. I don't, it's hard. She's had a great season so far. She's also in the right cycle, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But I mean, she has to start favorite. I mean, I think Julian Alfred is going to pull something big time this year. I think she's going to be on the podium. So we'll get a chance to figure that one out for sure. But I think Alfred will find a way on the podium somehow. And this is a season where she didn't have to think about collegiate running, and Coach Flo is just is super special when it comes on to taking care of his athletes. So I think that's how it works. Cheryl is saying no Jamaican female getting a medal in Paris. Yeah. All right. So the A race is coming up in a second here. Rowan Watson from Jamaica is there. He was the national champion last year. Hasn't been in great form this year. Kayan Sola is also here, the Nigerian athlete that runs for the University of Auburn, I think. Favour Ashe is here in this race as well. 994 at his best. Kendall Williams is here from the United States. Real quickly here, Ryan is saying if it wasn't for Shelley's knee injury, she would be still. Yeah, probably. Yeah, but I don't know. Probably. Cornell, she also doesn't run well under pressure. Who doesn't run well under pressure? I may have missed some of this in the in the in the comments. Dina is saying Cheryl, stop being delusional. Yeah, I think a Jamaican woman will be on the podium. I'm just unless everybody gets injured, Yeah. What's up, Just Planning? It's coming up in another hour, I think, or something like that. Yeah, yeah. All right, so 100 meters on the track again for men right now. Actually, it's not in an hour. It's not too long from now. I think 2041 is the race. Yeah, so in that Switzerland time, obviously, European Standard Time or so. Yeah. All right. So Kaisola is here. Rowan Watson, Favour Ashe, Kendall Williams. I think Ronnie Baker is still here. I think you gotta see if you have Flow Track, you'll get it. Just Plumbing. I don't know where else. The you can get it for free. I don't know, to be honest with you. Yeah, but it's on Flow Track, which is behind a paywall. Thanks again, Ryan. Ryan is the hype man tonight, and they're out there. I thought good start there from Favour Ashe and Kai Sola as well. It's like Favour Ashe and Kai Sola, and yeah, it looks like Kai Sola wins this. Not just 19 years of age. 10 flat, it's rounded down to ahead of Ronnie Baker, 10.09. It may be Favour Ashe for third. Yeah, Favour Ashe for third in 10:10. So just a really quick running there from these guys. I think Kaisola had a really good start. Really good start from Kaisola. Favour Ashe looked decent as well, but a bit heavy for me. And Ronnie Baker was coming down. Rowan Watson probably finishing last. So clearly something is off with him. Yeah. Kendon Williams in the mix as well. Yeah. So Ronnie Baker coming in on a late surge to get the silver medal there. Yeah. All right, I'll do that. I'll have to calculate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate. Uh, Let me see if I can get these results up. I mean, they're a little bit slow to get these results in either. I don't know why they're working like that, to be honest with you. All right, so this is the results here. Let me just get that up. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. I think because it's what, 2041 or 2042. So that would be like 3 something or 242. I think it's 242 Eastern time. Is Jamaica behind now or the same time as us? Yeah. I think, yeah, Jamaica is 1 hour behind Eastern Standard Time right now. Yeah. So that's the results just for quick measure again. Kaisola with 10 flat, personal best for him ahead of Ronnie Baker 10:09, Favor Ashe 10:10, Kendall Williams 10:11, and yeah, Ron Watson finishing in a time of 10:32. So yeah. Okay, so I think it might be an hour behind. Yeah, I think it might be coming up in another 12 minutes if I have this correctly. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think Tia Clayton might surprise a lot this year. I mean, we already saw that 10-8. Lots of promise there. Really want to see what her other sister gets on to when she gets back fit and healthy. But yeah, Stephen Francis coach athletes are going to be great. Yeah. Not on this, Chris. I can't show on this, to be honest with you. I'll get into trouble if I do that. It's copyright stuff. I don't know where else you can find it on the internet. Hopefully you find it. If someone can share the any kind of free links, I don't know where you can find it. Then maybe you can come back and chat along too. Yeah. Yeah. Big throw there from Utherdal. I don't know what it is. It looks like looks like a 21.95, almost 22 meters there from Utherdal. Yeah. Yeah. No problem. I know it goes, Yeah. All right. So women's, I think 100-meter B heats are coming up next right now. If I'm not mistaken, and that should feature Mia Gross, Serena Cole from Jamaica, Zoe Hobbs from New Zealand, Takas from Hungary, Brianna Williams from Jamaica, Haas from Germany, and I think Niles from Jamaica. Yeah, so this is the B heat. Yeah. You're looking through a cable. Where I don't. Tough. Yeah, that was a lot of people. A lot of if you're from the Jamaican persuasion, you often think about that '96 Olympics and think that Merlene got robbed, but she really didn't. But this is what happens. Yeah, there's all Gail was there. Yeah. Yeah, I believe Tia Clayton. No, she isn't. No, she's not. In the A race has Kemba Nelson. If you're just asking for Jamaicans, Shelley and Fraser Price, Crystal Slowly, Sasha Lee Forbes, and Jodie Ann Williams, the woman from St. Mary there. Yeah. But B race has Brianna Williams here, who hopefully John Smith can take this career to where it needs to be in the next couple of years. As many know, she went to John Smith this year, which probably isn't enough time. Well, it showed that it wasn't enough time. Yeah. Uh, Chris is saying Gail was my dog. Meeting her once was one of the funniest and most intense experience of my life. Great. I mean, Gail is a fantastic. I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Gail, but she was a big time winner. Great over hurdles. I mean, could have won the double in Barcelona if she didn't fall. And yeah, Devia is saying, "Oh, no, please leave Shelly. She knows when to show up regardless of the outcome in Paris. She will not. Oh yeah, she will forever be the goat." I mean, yeah. Anybody saying otherwise is to deny facts, right? You need a big the kind of medals that she's produced is just outrageous. Yeah, so they're in the blocks right now for the B race of the 100 meters. Set position. And a clean start here. Serena Cole looks good. Great running from Brianna Williams here. But Zoe Hobbs is going to take this. Hobbs is taking this clean as you like. Good running there ahead of Serena Cole, it seems like. No win reading, a flash time of 11.17 seconds. So 11.17 seconds there for the New Zealander, ahead of Serena Cole in a season best time rather of 11:24, Takas 11:29, the German has 11:38, and I think Brianna Williams just faded somewhat. I have to see it again. Still not giving a side on angle, to be honest with you, so it's hard to see. Yeah. Cole was running really well, but Hobbs was in control of this race, and I think Williams may have finished in second to last. Yeah. I know what you're saying, and I used to say that a lot. Honestly, I said that for years. I mean, we used to look at the pictures from the papers on that, and we use all these poor camera angles, but the photo finish was in Gail's favor. If I'm being honest, I never want to agree with it, but that's what happened. Yeah. So we have bad news coming out of Switzerland right now. Shannon Fraser Price has withdrawn from the 100-meter race. Apparently, she felt something in the warm up. That's what I'm gathering at the moment. So we won't see Shannon Fraser Price. It seems this is not good. So Fraser Price has just pulled up. Henley, what's going on? BW has a problem. Yeah, I mean, such a great, talented athlete there in Brianna Williams, world under 20 title. Did she win it twice, right? If I'm not mistaken. Just didn't come on, right? Let's see where Chris is saying Brianna shouldn't have left Atto. I think that had to happen, though, to be honest with you, because Atto's career is basically in media as well, and it's just impossible to be coaching an athlete to their very best and also doing all of the same meets that they're showing up for. It's not, I don't think you have the capacity for that. If you're going to think about coaching, you have to think about it 100% of the time. And it doesn't seem like that's what's going to happen. Let's see. I think just to end the Brianna thing, going to John Smith is one of the best places you can go. When you look at the camp right now, she'll get a lot of attention there. She's still young. Next year we'll get a chance. I think next year is the judge of when John gets her for the entire time. Let's see where we are here. Yeah, it's bad. Willie said something. Do most Caribbean governments award their athletes for medals at the Olympics? I think so. I think Jamaica just announced support. I think there's always some kind of funds that they end up giving. Whether or not it's enough, I don't really know. That's a hard thing to kind of get into. Government in sport is always an interesting thing for me. But especially when you're from a smaller kind of economy, it's you probably need that support. But I don't know. I think if you're St. Lucia, you got to start carving up some land for Julian Alfred. But that's for another day. Yeah. Henley saying, yeah, good run, Serena, by BW plateau that world. Yeah, well, yeah, probably. Sometimes you can, there's no, as you know, there's never a guaranteed from junior to the seniors, but we'll see. Fraser Price's name is still being listed on the screen here, but I think she's not there. Let's see. Yeah. How you doing, Anthony? Blessings. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, Fraser Price is not there for sure. There's Kemba Nelson in lane 1. Where she was still at her best with a part. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but also maybe I think it was a mutual separation. It wasn't like a tough separation. Both of them moved. My sense is that the move away from Atta probably shouldn't have gone to Jamaica, but I I could see why she went to Jamaica too. But yeah, there's Barnes there, Luke and Kemper in the race as well, the German who has a PB of 10.95. Where am I? I'm just missing a lot of comments too. Brianna should go back to the coach that helped her get to Tokyo. Well, Ato won't do that. Good to see Munjinga Kambunji back again. Carvin, blessings to all. Thanks for joining. Stay curious. St. Lucia's going to build a statue for Julia and Alfred. Crystal Slowly. This is an athlete, I think, with a lot of promise. Another year or two, and we'll see what we'll get from her. And then Sasha Lee Forbes is in lane 7. Yeah. Novelet Smith Brown, how are you? Might as well leave it for Paris. Shelley doesn't have to prove what she's capable of. She's the lifetime G, or I suspect you mean the GOAT. I think so. Yeah. The GOAT. Yeah, I mean, it's the best we've ever seen. So, yeah. That kind of career you don't get often, and I don't think other people can just get that career. See, it takes special talent and not only that, mental focus. So lane 4 is empty. That should have occupied. That should have been Shelley and Fraser Price, who, according to reports coming out of Switzerland, she felt something during the warm-up and decided not to do it. Yeah. Hi, Audrey. It's reported Shelley and felt something. Yeah, so she scratched. Ryan, thanks again. Pearline, if promises could be crashed out, then Jamaican athletes would be well. That's true. Asafa Paul is still waiting on the land from when he broke the world record more than a decade ago. You know? We'll see. I mean, I think not over 100, I think, Henley. I think maybe together she could have been. They're in a set position right now. And they're off to a clean start. Good running by Sasha Lee Forbes, Williams as well. Kambunji is there. I think Kemba Nelson on the outside as well, but it looks like Kambunji wins this. Yeah, it's not a particular fast time into a headwind, 10:20. I'm not quite sure who wins it. It looks like Kambunji, but it could have been, yeah, Kambunji wins it in 10:20. Yeah. Interesting. Shelley and Jackson will not run inside source. Yeah, interesting. So Kemba Nelson on the outside. It's hard to see from the way they show this thing here, but it looks like Kambunji clear for sure, ahead of the Lockham camper, I think, and it may be Kemba. I'm not sure. I have to wait for the official result. Let's see. They're both goats. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you guys putting up here. I mean, yeah. I mean, 10:54 is probably a world record for me because of what I've, All right. No, actually, it's Kemba Nelson second. So they've given it to Kemba Nelson the same time as Lockham camper. So 11:20, 11:21. Barnes 11:29. Sasha Lee Forbes 11:31. I'll try to get an official one on the screen in a second here. So no Fraser Price, as you know, had to pull out because of she felt something during the warm-up. Let's hope it's not serious. Yeah. Let's hope it's not. And I'll get back to some of your comments in a second. All right. So yeah, let me get that up on the screen real quickly. So this is the official results here. Yeah. Let's see where we are here. Neural said, I brought up Merlin because she was 36. She was 36 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So although these ladies are much faster now, Shelley is also poised to do it. Yeah, I mean, Merlin is also special type of athlete, right? The ability to stay in the game that long and to also compete at that level is not something you see. You have to have the motivation. Obviously, you have to have your body has to hold up for that as well. Yeah, Kemba second 11:21. Elaine, stay curious says 11:20. Robert is saying the Clayton twins, Brianna Liston, are miles ahead of Williams. Yeah, right now that seems to be the case. We haven't seen Brianna this year after the collegiate season shut it down because of probably the right thing to do with some niggles, and she's one for the future, no doubt. I think Liston is gonna be super 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 talent there. She should win some global titles in the future. Alana Reed too, I think. They're young. There's a young set of Jamaicans there that should do something. Yeah. 11:20. Sorry, it's not. If I said 10:20, I made a mistake. Yeah, so it was 11:20. Uh, yeah. Dina is saying, "Oh, I guess you guys having conversations in the thing." Yeah, Elaine 10:54 national record. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think if Elaine didn't get injured, maybe we are talking a different story. But when you look at the record over time, like in terms of the medal haul, I mean, if you're talking about fastest times, then we just do fastest times, right? But if we're talking about like the medal haul over 100 meters, I'm not bringing 200 into this, then you don't really get a better career than that, right? Like a lot of I mean, Shelley has more 10.6s than anybody, right? I mean, but that's here, neither here or there. I think the medals are what matters for me most. 5 world titles, back to back at the Olympics, obviously, and still two more medals there. So more Olympic medals over 100 meters than anybody, man or a woman. So that it speaks. It's something is there, right? In the sense of what the career looks like, and to get to that point, you have to be consistent and really good, and that's hard to do. You know, I really feel it for Elaine because I mean, there's the injuries, obviously, but there's also transitional issues away from how they handle the move. I think if they had done the move slightly different, then maybe we're looking at, her defending these titles here in Paris, as opposed to like trying to sort out something that could probably speak the end of the career, right? Because for a long period of time she's consistently injured. I hope that's not the case, but yeah. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. We're doing a lot of stuff on the channel, a lot of watch alongs, a lot of reaction shows as well, and so that's important. That's the best way to support the channel. I'm missing tons of these comments here. You guys are going wild. I can't even keep up here. Yeah. Sorry, I may have said something different. Yeah. Clip saying Kemba is not performing. She's going to make us lose if they put her on the relay. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, the relay is an interesting kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully they sort out those things. And the Americans are coming really hard. I don't know. Even I think at our best this year, we probably can't beat them either. They just have so many weapons there. I think they'll win both 100, 4x1 and 4x4 quite easily. So, yeah. As long as you get in the mix, you do the best, I suspect. Yeah. Elaine is still to get a world champ. Yeah, I mean, she hasn't, the best outing at a world championship was in what, was it 15 when she finished second to skippers? It's, lots of injuries, right? It takes tough. Chris is saying, so the Jamaicans three is down to two. I think you mean Sharika pulled up now. Sherry scratched questions. Yeah. Tamar is saying Shellyan is unquestionably the GOAT, more consistent than Elaine. Elaine is injury prone. Chris is saying Merlin 17 individual medals, Shelley 13. I mean, the one that would probably get more medals than everybody when you finish is Sharika Jackson, because she still has time. When you look at if she goes if Jackson goes all the way till LA and still pick up medals consistently, she'll end up with more individual medals than Fraser Price. Yeah. Let's see. I'm missing a lot of these comments, but I want to make sure I get them. Shelley, has more titles than Elaine. This is why people call Shelley the GOAT. I mean, Elaine is good, but you have to have gold medals in world championships. You see, the thing about track and field and sport is that it's very difficult to compare across eras. So I'm going to go on this spiel again. If you have heard it before, I apologize. So you think about it, like, how do you compare a Wyoming Matthias to an athlete today, right? You can't, right? It's hard. How do you compare people who run on cinder tracks, or when you think about the sports science was not the same, right? Those things are difficult to do, right? You think about you think if our McKinley was born today or Arthur Wint, they wouldn't run 43 seconds. Like it would happen, right? Then probably even go better, right? Like it's hard to compare across eras, and there's a lot of things that's improved. I mean, the cinder to synthetic tracks, biggest improvement in track and field. But even synthetic tracks that were in the 1990s, like the Mondo track in Atlanta, is nowhere as good as the Mondo track. In case you want to see, is nowhere as good as this piece of track that people run on in Paris. And that doesn't mean you get super times either, but that's for another day. But so it becomes increasingly difficult to kind of go across eras here. So the thing that you end up counting on is like how good you were during the time that you were performing, right? And oftentimes we end up looking back at the medal count, right? If you get a world record, it's fine too, and that's always a good indication for me for greatness. Are you close to it, or are you consistently in some ballparks? Like, is Wade Van Niekerk better than Michael Johnson? I don't think so. Over 400 meters? I don't think so. I don't think Carcel Varham, Varham is yet to be better in my estimation than Edwin Moses. But Moses has never gone sub 47, so it's like it becomes difficult to think across these type of eras when we think about who is the all-time GOAT or something like that, but it's really good for chatter for sure. So I think if you rack up the medals, no one takes it away from you, right? Like you go back to 96 Olympics, could Donovan Bailey run 9.7 that night? Probably, but I don't know. It never happened. But if you were to assemble Maurice Green, Donovan Bailey, all those guys at the same time with Bolt and all of the, maybe we see something different, right? Like, I don't know, right? Yeah. Maybe Bolt is then forced to run like 9.4, right? I don't know, right? Like it's one of those things where it becomes difficult to go across years. Now I've lost all these comments here. Robert is saying this is strange Olympics. So many big names not competing. Yeah, it is. But again, the beauty of sport is that you will unearth a lot of young upcoming athletes, and people will take positions that they'll earn because they're there. I mean, we should not forget that going into this Olympics, we may end up with 5,000 meter world record again, 1,500 meters on both men and women again. It's possible what we saw last week from Jakob Ingebrigtsen, 3:26.7. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, as long as he doesn't have a brain freeze like what he did in the last two world championships, you're looking at Kenny Break, Ikam El Garouge's world record. That's what we're talking about here. 800 meter world record might go. I mean, I didn't think I would be thinking through that after what David Rudisha did in London, but you have Sedrati, you have Emmanuel Wanyoni, you still don't count on Marco or Rupp. He could, do something ridiculous. I don't know. I probably won't, but we'll see. Tual, there's a lot of things that is looking for. High jump world record just went the other day. Yaroslav Manuchik did that. So, there's no Ulamar in 50 in the triple jump, but it's just, so that record probably won't go, but you get cycles of athletes that will do some special stuff. Femke went sub 51 a couple days ago. Couple weeks ago, we were just saying that it's all Sydney. It probably will be still all Sydney, but it's not. We don't know. Yeah. I think this is women's 400 meters coming up. I'll just try to get back to some of these comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate you. Tamara saying if Elaine had stayed with one or two more, with Steven, she would have broken the world record. I don't dispute that at all. I think if she hadn't left, she probably would have won the world championship the year after and the year after and going into this, it's one of those things. Elaine should have stayed at Osborne. That's also another thing as well. A lot of injured athletes at elite. Yeah, it happens. Olympic medals are superior to world championships medal. I don't discount those, but I mean, the Olympics is the glamour event, right? But the world championships are important as well. That's the biggest thing in track and field outside of the Olympics. I don't know, people will remember Olympics more because that's the creme de la creme. I mean, but Shelley has two over them as well, the same as Elaine, right? Two, and if that's what you're making, if that's the point you're making, Henley. But I don't know if that's directed to me or somebody else. Shirley saying Jamaican female cannot medal in the 4x1. Interesting. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be tough out there. The Americans, Great Britain will look good. Yeah, we'll see. Zach, yeah, Shelley did pull out of the 100 meters. Apparently, she felt something during the warm up and had to pull out. I don't know how serious it is. I'm hopeful it's nothing serious. The Olympics is around the corner. Clip is saying even on the fast track 2 days ago, where everyone was running PBs and season best, Kemba couldn't go sub 11. Interesting. Now, how many gold medals did Marlene get? She had a 93 and 96. I mean, 96 200-meter medal was iffy, but Gail's Gwen Torrance 95 rather in Gothenburg was iffy, but she stepped on the track. Also a lot of medals in the 80s is kind of suspect from, I don't want to get into it right now, but I think Merlin lost a lot of medals from the early 80s. Tamara Brown saying Jamaican 4x1 a relay appears to be in trouble. Too many injuries. Yeah, it's one of those things. Hopefully they sort it out soon. The 400-meter hurdles are going on now. I'm totally out of it, to be honest with you, because I've been just looking at comments here because your guys are exciting in the live. Looks like Cassandra Tate is in the lead, taking up the stagger on. I don't even know who this is. Yeah. I'll just have to give you the results afterwards because I didn't really look at the lineup, to be honest with you. Let me get back to some of the. Yeah, it's not, but they have equal medals over 100 meters. Back to back 08, 12, and then 16 and 21. Cassandra Tate is struggling here, but she's in the lead at hurdle 9 and hurdle 10. And so she's going to win this in probably 54.73. So not a particularly fast time here, but Tate wins the 400-meter hurdles. Anya saying, I agree, Henley, but you can't say she's the GOAT over Shelley. They are both deserving of the honor. Shelley, okay, I have a whole baby and went right back to the top, plus super consistent. Yeah, I mean, she won 2 titles after having birth. I mean, she's not the only woman to do that in sport. Faith Kipyegon has done this, but it is a remarkable achievement. Yeah. 100. I mean, I like it, and I know you've been always supporting China, but I think over 100 meters, it's unquestionable for me that Shelley and Fraser Price is the best career. If we can figure it out however you want, but that's my take. Other people are saying 100 meter Shelley the GOAT. Team Patrol is now a Shelley sprinting GOAT period. Now that may, people may have issues with that one, and there's arguments there, but I mean, there's one year in 2013 she picked up all the medals, in Moscow, I think. Yeah. No, she didn't. XJDXX. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, Shelley didn't run. She pulled out of the 100 meters. During the warm up, she felt something. All right. Anya Angel again. No, Shelley. Yeah, thanks for saying that. Novelet again. I'm gonna get to all these comments because I do like them, and this is what kind of show I like to run. Novelet Smith Brown saying Elaine is my girl, but she has only 5 medals. She'll get there soon as long as she's healthy. Yeah, that's the trouble though, And I don't know. I mean, when you have a consistent Achilles injuries that they can't get to the bottom of it, it's kind of an interesting thing. There's usually a couple sources there, weak ankles and usually the soleus and the calf, I mean, they should figure that out, but I don't know, right? Like, and when you have stuff that never requires surgery, which you don't want to go to, it means you have to do better management. And I don't know if that's probably one of the challenging things that happened to her after she left Stephen Francis, right? So, got to figure it out. I mean, whenever she left the first time, I was like, the only time rather, I thought she should have come to the States and go to John Smith or even go to Bobby Kersey. Bobby might be too big of a stretch now, given the amount of athletes he has under his kind of, the kind of top class athletes he has, the kind of attention she might need. But I don't know. You got to first fix that issue, and then the more and more you get these injuries, and as you start to go north, when you start to go above 30, it's tough. It's tough. But I do hope that they'll sort it out, and then she can end the career in the way it deserves, right? There's a World Championships next year. If she can get back fit and ready to go to Japan, that might be a good indication. And then maybe you try to set yourself up to call it quits by the time you get to LA in some years. But I don't know if she'll stay around that long if you have all of that kind of injuries. True to saying the Olympics is the pinnacle of athletics. Elaine has back-to-back 100 and 200. She's also the fastest woman alive, a record that would not be lowered in a long time to come. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Elaine is what she delivered there is super special. She probably could have broke the world record the season afterwards, but we don't know, right? Like it wasn't to be. Yeah, wasn't to be. Yeah. I mean, we're basically splitting hairs here, though. I mean, I think if you talk about medal hauls and career, then that's a different story. But trying to come between the two of them, it's different. She does. I mean, I was saying over 100 meters. I'm not talking about 200 meters. Yeah. Top Boy Price, what's going on? Hope Shelly's okay. I just wanted to see her on the podium. Yeah. Every time athletes get hurt or pull out closer and closer to a major games, it makes you worry a bit more. I don't know. I haven't heard any more details than anything about why she pulled out. If it was just a cramp or something serious. The conditions in Switzerland, as far as I gather, is good for sprinting, so it's not particularly cold, so it's nothing like that to talk about. But I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned the Jamaican 60-meter record. Yeah, Shelley has back-to-back goals in 2008 and 12. I mean, only 4 women have gone back-to-back at the Olympics over 100 meters. Wyoming Tyus, Gail Levers, Shelley and Fraser Price, then Elaine Thompson, and only 1 woman has gone back-to-back over both events, which is Elaine Thompson. So she's in special class there, right? Yeah. Do you think Sid will go 49? This is what I don't know, Chris, because a few weeks ago I was having these conversations, and I think All in the Game was here, and we were talking about whether someone can actually go sub 50 in the women's 400-meter hurdles. I still don't know where they find that. That's still I mean, I think 50.2 is possible, maybe 50.1, sub 50 in 400-meter hurdles. We're asking Sydney to make up another 1 to 2 meters at some point, maybe 1.5 meters to get there. I don't know where she finds that. I think the fact that Femke Bol has now gone sub 51, 50.95, third fastest all time, makes me think it's going to be much closer. I think they will be neck and neck coming around this time. They may push each other for it, but I don't know. You guys let me know. Do you think 49 seconds over 400-meter hurdles is possible? I don't know. It's a lot, right? Because they can't get it back in stride pattern, because she can't go 14 all the way. It's just not possible, I don't think, without crashing into the hurdle. So they have to do 14 or 15 or something like that. Yeah, you could always clear the hurdles a little bit cleaner, but you're not saving a lot of time there either. So it comes down on the stretch and leg speed. I don't know. We'll see. Cheryl is saying Noah breaking USA in records. Okay, so you say what? Noah's going to break USA Tyson's 100-meter record? You're saying, Cheryl? I don't think Noah can run 9:69, but I don't know. Yeah. I think Dina is responding to Henley and saying it is not about medals, it's gold for you, and it still comes down to the fact Shelley has 5 gold medals in world championships, 2 gold medals in Olympic individual events. So why you get Shelley okay. So that's why you get Shelley as the gold. Dorrit Gordon is saying, don't burn your bridge, you'll need it some other day. That's what I may have missed that. Elaine, only woman to go back-to-back double, nobody breaking that record anytime soon. I agree with you. I don't think, because that's not easy to do, right? That's not easy to do. To do back-to-back is outrageous. It's not easy. Yeah. I mean, I'm way behind on these comments. Elaine is the GOAT. Elaine is the only athlete to destroy Shelley in our prime. Interesting. Yeah. Willie saying Shelley's the GOAT at the 100 meter. Shawnee, Milowita, GOAT at 400. Both small countries doing great things. Yeah. 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 Did I give Shawnee the GOAT status yet, Willie? I think I may have. I don't know. Perec for me. I just have a soft spot for Marie Jose Perec. I don't count whatever Marita Koch does and some other people from GDR. I'm just going to be out there on that, frank on that. I think the true raw record at the time was what we got from, Perec's time at one point. But I don't know. We're seeing an evolution in 400 meter running as well. So we'll get a chance to see. Yeah. Now I can't even keep up on all these comments. Novella to say, not because I like Elaine, I'm gonna say she's the GOAT. We have to be practical and unbiased. Okay. Eric P. Kingston 13, what's going on? Kemba tripped at the start of the finals. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. In the Jamaica National Championships you're talking about. Yeah. Almost fell on her face, right? Franklin is saying it's an era thing. Edwin Moses was unbeaten for 4 years. Yeah, it's true. I mean, Edwin went so long. I think, I don't want to say this. I think sometimes we get obsessed with like who's the best of all time. Sometimes it's unequivocal. But then you just don't know, right? Jesse Owens broke so many world records in 1936 on one day. You just don't get certain. If Jesse Owens was still around, it would be different, right? You think about long jump. Bob Beamon record stood for so long. Mike Powell took it down. But Carl Lewis is the greatest long jumper I've ever seen. I don't think it's even close. He didn't, I don't think it's close in terms of what Carl has done. You have Ralph Boston before that too. It's just kind of it's hard, right? Like, even triple jump. Some people think it's controversial, but I think Taylor's career is better than the world record holder, right? Jonathan Edwards, right? I think that's my take. Taylor was kind of close to the world record too, so you don't have to break it if you can back it up with other things like medals and so on. I think men's 400 meters is on the track. I've totally just went to comments here and not even think about the the track meet anymore. Sorry about that. But Rasheen McDonald is there. Looks like he's in lane one. He's not even in the picture at all. Yeah. I don't even know who's in this race because I didn't even look at the starting lineup. But I'm seeing Rasheen McDonald. And yeah, I'll give you the update when that comes. I'll get back to some more of these comments. Chris is saying Merlin 2 goals out of 17. Yeah, I mean, they call her the bronze queen. I think Merlin in the early part of her career missed out on a lot of medals for a number of other reasons. But, it's one of those things. 96 should have been our year, but it didn't happen. Yeah. Ooh. It's not a particularly fast run here. The kid from Alabama wins this in 45:18. Ogazi, yeah. All right, let me get back to some more of these comments here. Anya is saying Merlin was robbed of a lot of medals. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with that. She was the only clean runner back then. If you look at her now, her skin is glowing. Yeah. Yeah, by the time you got to 96, I think Merlin was pushing up against it. And probably if she did maybe run one race as opposed to two in 96, I don't know. It's like Monday morning quarterbacking right now, but Perrick was just in something special too. And there's some world championships that she lost to that she shouldn't have, but yeah. 93 she was fabulous. 92 not so much. And yeah, 92 and 91 she could have been better too as well, but yeah, 91 was that great 4x1 from Jamaica too. That was ridiculous. Yeah. Let's see. Merlin got 200-meter gold medal in world championships. She was called a bronze queen back then. Yeah, I guess I'm saying these things before I read the comments. Yeah, I mean, she technically has 2 gold medals over the 200 meters, but she doesn't technically. She has them. She didn't cross the line first in Gothenburg. Chris is saying you can put 2 women's 4x1 that could medal. I agree with that. Tamara McKenzie, Tamara Hobbs. Yeah. Only our AT and Jamaica can put something on the track to beat that. Yeah. Yeah, the US are blessed with a lot of talent, we know for sure. Truth is saying Elaine has never been banned from the sport. Cannot say that about Shelley. Okay, well, true. Technically can't say that, but that was like a toothpaste stuff. It's not as serious. It would have gotten away with the new rules. Eric P. Kingston, what Elaine did doubling up is unmatched and with Shelley in the races. Yeah, I mean, nobody can do that. I don't think anytime soon. I mean, a lot of people were anticipating maybe this year you'd see a sha'carri Richardson going for 200 meters. I don't know why they were saying that, but she didn't make the team. How you doing, Shamar? Good day to you too. Chris is saying Shelley has 7 goals, 1 silver, 2 bronze at 100 meters. I think this is the best record of any athlete in any event. This isn't. What does Fidek's record look like? Pavel Fidek, the guy there. That he has, I think, same amount of world championship goals. I think, if I'm not mistaken, but I have to check that. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. Novelet is saying Merlin has done well for us, and we hail her to the highest. That's the past. Let's talk about the present. Shelley's the goat. Okay. I feel like you guys are doing like rap battles here. Eric P. Kingston, Shelley has a larger body of work. Helene have at least 2 higher spikes. Yeah. No, yeah. It's one of those things. If we had, I guess as they say, we're just guessing on a lot of these things because it doesn't happen. Yeah, she pulled out of the race. I hope it's not something serious. I don't know if there's any updates. Yeah, we all, as Shamar saying, I wish Shelley a speedy recovery. Yeah, we all do. Hopefully, it's just a precautionary thing and nothing serious. Roberts, we have a strong field events team and we should get a few medals in the jumps. I think so. Definitely should get medals in the long jump. Could be two. Could be two if things go well. Triple jump, you anticipate getting a medal there for men. Could win it all, but it's still competitive. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Thanks for liking the video. I appreciate you. The women's triple jump, possibly, but it's an interesting year. You're gonna need probably 15 meters to get on the podium. There's a lot of people there. It's an open gold medal for sure because no Yulimar Rojas there, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see for sure. Let's see, I need her to end well in Paris, but she's indeed getting old, and the 100 meters ain't no joke. It is, oftentimes you don't get a storybook ending, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it would be good if she could walk out in Paris and run fast and get on a medal podium, but the fact that if that doesn't happen, I don't think anything it doesn't diminish her in the slightest, Okay. Eric P. Elaine went higher, Shelley last longer, yeah. All right. And Emmy D saying Shelley has more medals because she's 6 years older. Elaine was in 7th grade when she won her first gold medal. Yeah, but also, so that's also that they're not in even the same era too. So sometimes we have to think about people build on greatness too. I don't think you recognize that, right? Like people look on others and try to emulate or step up the game, right? Yeah, I don't know how to. Shelley did not run. She pulled out of the 100 meters. She up and did not show up for the race. Eric, double achievement is the greatest. Yeah, I mean it's the greatest over 1 and 2. Yeah, as a combination. Yeah. Thanks for doing that, Adina. Felt something in warm up. Yeah. Chris, when did Merlin get those 2 gold medals? Merlin got a gold medal in 1993 over 200 meters when she won, and she also won the 95. She defended on the 95 because Gwen Torrance stepped on the line and was disqualified. Wouldn't have been disqualified this time unless you do it twice with the new rules, but she got disqualified. And then I like how you try to get to all the comments. LOL, I love it here. Yeah, I like to get to the comments. I don't want people to miss out and think, I feel like when you come on this channel, if you anything, as long as you're saying something clean, I'll put it up. I'll talk about it, and as long as it's within the community rules and so on. Yeah, but I feel like I need a moderator sometimes now. I can't even keep up with all of these things. Only one. Yeah, she's only remember the 200 meters. Yeah, Merlin has not won a gold medal in Olympics. I don't know if that's what you're saying. She's only won the medals at the World Championships. Yeah, the best she's done at the Olympics is the silver, is the back-to-back silver in '96. Brandon is saying Shelley has never defeated Elaine in an Olympic race. Okay, all right, that's true. Shelley is lovable, but Elena achieve higher goals. All right. I think we've done the whole Shelley thing to exhaustion. Chris Anders is saying, Koch at least look feminine. No, the one who broke the 800-meter world record suspect more so. Hey. I don't want to get into trouble tonight, Chris. I don't want to get into trouble. So I'm going to leave all of that. I don't want to bring up any more I don't want to bring up the GDR athletes. I don't want to bring up Wackel or whatever her name is that had back-to-back over 200 meters as well. Because I think Veronica Campbell is Veronica the second athlete to go back-to-back over 200 at the Olympics? I believe so. Yeah, Veronica Campbell, Brown, VCB. Elizabeth Shelley needs to call it a day. Okay. Yeah, I think this is her year. I mean, I think she's trying to go out as best as she can, but we'll see. Henley, Elaine has 4 individual gold medals, the most by any female sprinter. No, it is true. I mean, what I don't think we can. No one is downplaying that. At least I don't think they're doing it in the comments, as far as I can see. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Merlin has no Olympic gold. Sharika has none. Also, the GOAT is really between Elaine, Shelley, and Frojo. You know what's funny about that, Henley? I don't even. I get into trouble in it. You guys always want me to say things I sometimes I just keep in private. I don't even think Flojo is the greatest American 100-meter athlete. That's how I think about it. I mean, what Flojo did in '88 obviously is super special. Evelyn Ashford is to me has a better career, but I also don't. As I said, the 100-meter world record, I don't believe that record. It was a windy night in Indianapolis. World Athletics or IWF at the time has a study on that. They should have done something about it. People like to say, well, she went to Seoul and still run the 10-6 in Seoul, so it justifies the time. But I just don't think that is the real world record, and Ashford's record should have been around a bit longer for me. But that's another day. Truth of Shelley and Elaine, to me, the GOAT is the one that was never banned. Okay. All right. Interesting. The Walcott family, entire family is here. If Elaine had not suffered so many injuries since Rio, she would have been hard to match by anyone. That's true. I think she holds a 11-3 record over Shelley. Elaine is most naturally and technically. Yeah. I mean, in full flight, I don't think you've seen a more spectacular sprinter than Elaine. I mean, full flight Flojo looked really good too, if we're being honest. Really good. You have to go back to probably 1960s to see a more gazelle type runner, but we have to go on tape for that. Wilma Rudolph, to me, gracefully one of the greatest. If you have a certain type of body type like her, it's a beauty to watch. You think about what that would have looked like in an era like now. Crazy. Rowan Dunbar, what's going on? Elena's fastest 60, 100, 200 times versus Shelley is the national record holder and the fastest female alive, yet Shelley is the GOAT. Make sense. Well, I don't know. I mean, I only measure on the 100-meter career, and the career is better in terms of if you stack up the medals. So, and if you even stack up the times that go, like the more sub 10 sub 11 times, the more sub 8s, sub 10 8s, or even sub 10 7s. And that's how I make sense of it. If on 100 meters, I'm not doing the overall sprinting thing on that. It's not an argument when you make both of if you put the 200 in it, then it's Elaine all day, every day. Brandon Webb, University of Alabama. Maybe I missed out on that. Which meet? This is the meet that's happening. Suzette, it's happening in Switzerland. It's a Continental Tour meet. I've now forgotten the whole meet because I'm just dealing with comments in the thing. I think most of us are a bit disappointed that we didn't get to see Shelley and Fraser Price. So I'm just going through comments here. Yeah, I agree with that. It's good. Judith, how are you doing? No need to compare Shelly and Elaine. No need to compare Shelly and Elaine. They both do well for Jamaica. Check out the medals. That's the answer to your question. Thank you for coming on, Judith. What's Mike saying? They said Noah was all talk. They said Noah won't get a, a, a they said Noah won't get a global medal. They said he couldn't run the US 200 meter. He couldn't get 3 goals in Budapest. He has backed up his talk each time. Who said he couldn't get the US 200 meter record? That's an interesting one. That one I saw coming at some point. I don't necessarily knew if he would have delivered it when he did it in Oregon, but that one you could see coming. The 100 meters is a different one, right? No one saw that because when you see Noah line up in 100, usually never really felt like he had good execution over the first phase. The thing that Lyles has that many athletes don't is that he's super confident and he talks a good game and he often delivers. I think this might be the toughest challenge for him come Paris. It's going to be very difficult to win the 100 meters. I think if Thompson, Oblique Seville, if mentally Oblique Seville has to be there. If he's there mentally, he's going to find a way on that podium. And if Thompson continues the form that we've seen, I don't know if anybody can beat him. It's going to be tough to get on that gold medal podium, for Lyles over that. The 200 is not going to be easy either. There's something that, I didn't even recognize until All in the Game a few weeks ago pointed it out. Since Noah started to double, he's not run faster than 19.5 at a major championships since he started to double. Which even makes, which shows you how great Usain Bolt was, even more so, because people like to make these silly comparisons, which is really silly. So I think from a standpoint of for Paris, I think it's tough because I feel Letsile Tebogo is going to be in the shape of his life. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Rasheen didn't look good. I think he's going through something clearly. Yeah, he did. He was like out of lane one down the track. Didn't look good. I'm gonna see Henley saying Steven should just take back Elaine. I mean, I saw the interview. It looks like he's open to it. I don't know. I think for her, she probably should go to the States. I don't know if that will work for her. There's a few places I've been saying for the last how many years. I think right now John Smith might be the best place because he doesn't have a lot of athletes. You need someone who can take the time. Maybe Bobby. Bobby would fit her well. I mean, I think Bobby would look at her and see Flojo. Even though, Flojo ran faster on the Al, but that's a different story. There are other places she could go, but I don't know if it would be a good fit, especially with the history. And I don't want to bring up those history on the internet of a particular individual. But yeah, that's how I would see it. I think maybe take a different outlook and go somewhere else. Rowan Dunbar saying, think it's full-time Rasheen, go get it. I mean, he's not having a great season. I don't want to read out all of that. I know what you're saying. It's like, I figure he's trying to do his best. It's just not up to what is needed. And maybe at some point he has to reevaluate the career. I don't know. Yeah. And you're saying it's not up to Steven, it's up to Elaine because he did say he wouldn't say no. Yeah. You have to be in a space to go back to, right? I don't know if you want to do that, right? You have to feel comfortable for whatever reasons. Yeah. Yeah. Women. Yeah. I've been missing out on the whole thing. This was like the 1500 meters here. It was like 3:33. It's not particularly fast. Novelet is saying, I respect and laud all our athletes for the tremendous contributions to our sport. Love them all. Let us stop comparing them to each other and support them no matter what, win, lose, or draw. Yeah, I think that's good sentiment there. I think athletes go out there and they obviously have to first perform for themselves because they're doing it for themselves. But they put an entire an entire nation state on their back. And in some places, it's much harder than others, right? The pressure on a I put it to you, the pressure on a Jamaican athlete is the scrutiny is much higher than even a US athlete, because half the population, 90% of the sporting population don't even know what's going on with a US track and field athlete outside of an Olympic year. They barely know, right? But the whole Jamaica knows what's going on with a track and field athlete, so it can be much more intense when it comes to the vitriol that you sometimes experience on platforms. So yeah, that's one of those things. That is below the belt. People have to go low to prove their point. She was not doping. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's that she took a painkiller. It's not a thing. Yeah. Number of starts to number of wins is how athletes are compared, even in horse racing, and especially when the two horses were in the same race. Which one was victorious? Yeah, but sometimes cycles are different too. But I get what you're saying, Eric. Yeah. Truth is saying, I don't want to remember Shelley for placing 6th in our last Olympic Games. Yeah, I mean, we didn't want to remember Usain for pulling up in a 4x1, but it doesn't diminish the career, I don't think. When you've gone to the mountaintop and you've stayed there for a while and you've been hit down and you come back up again, it's fine. There are a lot of people who say they don't want to stay in the sport when people who couldn't beat them in their prime, that's usually one of the markers, start to beat you. I think what we saw from her last year, even in an injury-riddled season, to find her way on the podium would give them enough confidence to say, let's try one more Olympics. And certainly what we saw 2 years ago in Oregon, after that fabulous year, it would have emboldened anybody to say, let's persist. But you don't often get the control when you get injured, and as you get older, the possibility of those things are increasingly higher. And they're trying to manage this one here to go out in spectacular form, but it may not happen the way we want. But it won't do anything to me. I mean, obviously, you'll get a lot of people laughing, or from maybe other kind of countries laughing at it. But if you're serious about the sport, you will know that this is one of the all-time greats, and you can't do anything to snuff that out. Even if you're winning your first gold medal, you just have to enjoy that and realize that that's the career to aim for, right? That's how I would think about it. Novelet is saying Rasheen will not do well running from lane 1. That's too much work for him, and he's injured as well. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I am so behind on all these comments. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that's how you know when I'm doing lives and other videos. Notification bells. We had a nice live last night. Not a lot of people are there. You can check that out afterwards. The 100 meters went already, and Christine, sorry about that. And Shelly didn't run because she pulled out. All right. I may have to start from the bottom here to think about all these comments. I don't want to miss out anybody because that's not my style, to be honest with you. Let's see. All right. And listen, Shelly is the world championship bully. Alien is the Olympic Don. Okay. I mean, why not done for both then if that's what you're going to say? That's interesting. Let's say, yes, it's VC being the 200. Yeah. I think that was to my earlier point as the second athlete going back to back over 200. Fastest is not always the greatest. That is true. Mr. E, let me see what you're saying here before I put this up. Yeah, I mean, cycles change. Yeah, the win was really fast. The 10:49. I have nothing against Flojo's 200-meter world record. There's no problems with that. I'm never going. there are people who talk about whether we're talking about clean athletes. That's not. I have no evidence to go otherwise. I just know that the 100-meter world record was done in a hurricane. The 200 is okay, but a 100-meter record in Indianapolis, if the jumps are going on, the flags are beating as fast as you can. I don't believe it, and World Athletics knows this. Novelent Flojo is not any goat. I agree with you. Thanks. Pearl is saying, I agree that Evelyn Ashford is the greatest 100-meter runner. Yeah, Evelyn, very fantastic athlete. Eric Wilma had overcame polio as a child. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry about that. Yeah, but like you think about like even if anybody ever looked at like the top 20 uh women's shot put distances, it's crazy. Flojo only set 2 world records and is questionable to this very day. Yeah. Look, that's what they're saying in the 100 meters. It can't be true. Brandon Wood, how about 10.6? Yeah, only Elaine has gone that, and clearly the world record from Flojo. Yeah, Valerie Briscoe Hooks, different class too. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Way up there too, way up there. That's the thing, in terms of thinking about the eras. Like you start to think about those times and you don't know. The 200 meters are coming up here. I'm finally looking back. There's Gary Card. There's the Richardson kid from let me take these things off the screen. The Richardson kid from, because I've been putting up the wrong results for such a long time. From South Africa that did a 986 the other day in 1.9 meter win. Let's see. I'm trying to find it quickly. Men's 200 meters. So there's Jareem Richards from Trinidad there. He is in lane 8. Anwuzurike from Nigeria is in 7. Aragat in 6, I think. Yeah. So this should be a good race. Jenna is asking why did Shelly not run? She felt something during the warm up and didn't come on the track. So I suspect it's precautionary. I hope. I don't know. I haven't seen any details and I haven't been checking anything. Yeah. Benji Richardson is a really interesting kid here. Ran sub 20 last week as well. Also did the 986, which with a 1.9 win, but he's really a super talented kid. Yeah. All right. Henley saying Kishane will run 956. What? Gary Card here. 17-year-old kid running out of lane 2. We'll get that in a second. The women's 100 meters went already. Sorry, Kiara. It happened. I've been so behind on the comments here. Fraser Price didn't run. Paul is asking who won the 100 meters. Kambunji won it in I think 11.19. It wasn't a particularly fast race. Yeah. Mr. E, time rushing, retire. I'm clueless. I mean, I guess you're saying as to why he's on the team. He woefully out of form. Yeah, he's not having a particularly great season at all. It's been like that for a long time. So this the men's 200 meters on the track. I want to see what's going on. Yeah. There's a recall gun there. Yeah. Henley saying US won't be good for Elaine. Jamaica is where she must stay. Why are you saying that, Henley? I think life in Southern California would be fantastic. It's equally good weather. I would, good conditions. I mean, it's the best weather you can get if you don't want any type of cold. Otherwise, you could go south. You could go to Coach Flow, but it gets cold there too. So, uh, I think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Track for all. Do you think Kishen can go sub 9.65? Don't know. Uh, to be honest with you, I mean, from what we saw at the Jamaican National Championships, there's 9.7s, low, mid to line 9.7 lows for sure. If the conditions are right, I suspect he could. I think he could definitely get. I don't know if he can go better than 9.65. That's up there. I don't know, to be honest with you. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I think he could definitely run 9.69, something like that. Yeah, I don't know for sure. Latoya Birchall. Don't sleep on Kung Fu Ken. Well, you didn't say Kung Fu Ken, but Kenny Bednarak for the 200. No, may just be good enough for maybe silver. No, I mean, Kung Fu Kenny is going to be there as well. But the thing is, he's also running the 100 meters too. So this will be his first time doing a double at a major championships. And it's not going to be easy. So I don't know. I think I have that live recently where a few people were saying like, let's see the Tobago should just back out of the 100 meters and just focus on the 200 alone because he might be fresher there. I don't think he'll do that. I mean, I don't know what Aaron Knighton might do too. He was out the whole season obviously because of he failed a drug test which he was exonerated rather for. And I'm always skeptical on the contaminated beef stuff. I just haven't had time to do a new video on one of those. All right, so the 200 meters is off there, and Uzarike looking good there. Gary Card is running a really good turn for a 17-year-old kid, and Jeremy Richardson's behind. I don't really know who's leading. It looks like Richardson's coming, and Richardson's going to take this from lane 8. So Richardson wins this, the Trinidadian, into a slight headwind 2020. Yeah. Again, the camera angles here are terrible, guys, so it's hard to see. Richardson wins this. Jareem Richards rather wins this. 2019, it's been run down to Sharamba in second, and I think it's Orgat in third. I'll wait for the official. Let me see if they have the times up on this yet. Give me a second. Just to put this meet has been running really odd to me. I don't know what time. Yeah, if if we have the times up. Oh, I didn't realize my producer's is here. Crazy. I did not even see this. Okay. Thanks again, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's see. The Walcott family is saying, did I miss anything? Let me see if I missed anything. You are the one speaking about Shirley and doping. No other Okay. I guess this is like response to each other. Shelley will not medal. Bolt was not fit that year and he should not go. Shelley cannot beat Richardson and Jackson. No, I don't. That's true. I think it's going to be hard. Yeah. I think Julian Alfred may win it all. We have to see where Sharika is. I mean, it didn't look good the other day pulling out with a cramp. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That was a barely legal win for the 986. Yeah. Javis saying the Jamaica Olympic team just feels really sketchy. Could you elaborate on the sketchy nature you're talking about? Are you saying the selection or you're talking about the crisis where some athletes were left off the team or in terms of the allocation for officials going, the kind of beef that's happening between the JH3As and the the Jamaican Olympic Association. Yeah. And he's saying no one beating Kishane once he gets to the final and head off to a good race. No one running him down, no one catching him. I can see that. Akila Smith here in the long jump has already gone 6.4. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see this long jump really quickly there. This is Smith. It's a big jump there, it looks like. Looks like a legal jump. It might be close to 660. I don't know. Doesn't seem as if they have video distance measurement here. Or do they? If they did this, the results should have come up already. They may have. I may be disrespecting them. Yeah. 661 for Akila Smith. That's a good jump for her there. Let me get back to some comments. Sorry about it. I was just looking at some other results. Track for all. No, Irina was fantastic. This was 64. She did this. Was it 64? That's the thing. I mean, I have to check. Is it 64 or was it in 68? No, it can be 68, right? I can't remember. You kind of digging into my history there. But I mean, I you see that's the problem too. Is we don't necessarily compare across eras. Well, 64, 68 was still we're looking at Cinder stuff in 64. Still, so I don't know. Yeah. I guess this is a question to an earlier thing. St. Clair, what's going on? Levy in the 110-meter hurdles. What happened to his ban? I don't know. Did he get 2 years or 4? I can't remember what he got. Yeah. There's women's 200 meters on the track here. There's I just saw Williams, Munjinga Kambunche, Lane Tavia Thomas here as well. A lot of time for her too. I think she has a lot of promise. Franklin Jones is saying Ashford was not comfortable with Flojo times for sure. Henley's saying I should screenshot the 9:56. I'll ask my producer to screenshot that. If that happens, Henley, we well, what was which bottle you want? Or which bottle you buying us, right? Yeah. Shelley would have won 100 meters hands down. Okay. I don't even know what's that in connection with. Math is giving us a Bible verse, I guess. Anya Angel, that's nice, Henley. I love that time. I'm hopeful. Look, if he does that, Henley, we're running around a lot, right? Yeah. I don't think he should worry about the 9:56 or 9 whatever. Just win the gold medal. Javis saying we can't ignore Andre DeGrasse from the 200. He's a sniper, definitely so. He's DeGrasse knows better than most how to prepare for national championships, for major championships. Sorry. So this is the women's 200 meters on the track now. I don't know if this is the last event of the track, but it should be good. Let's see. Yeah. All right, it's off to a good start. Kambunji looking good, really good. Held her head down. She's already up on everybody else. I think she's going to come off top of the Ben Best. Teva Thomas is there as well. But it looks like Munjinga Kambunji in the lead. Thomas is running hard too. Looks like she's coming for her. Thomas is going to take this. Well, no, actually, out of lane 1 or 2 there. 22:58. I don't know who. Someone took that from outside lane, I think. But Thomas came and took down Munjinga Kambunji, and some who's that? I can't remember who's that out there in lane 3. Is it Gabby? Yeah, it looks like Gabby who won this. Gabby wins this in a time of 22:57 ahead of Thomas 22:60 and Munjinga Kambunji 22:61. I was taking all the focus. I was looking all the way on Kambunji and Thomas, and then Gabby in the inside there running a stellar last 50 meters to take the 200 meters. Looks like Jody and Williams finishing in 5th, I believe. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. All right, that was a really good. Yeah, so back to Javi saying we can't ignore Jav, sorry, my bad. Can't ignore Andrew Degas. He's a sniper. He's up there, and Anya is seconding that. Novelette is saying, "Sir, why are we concerned about the times? Let's talk about winning the first." Then, yeah, I think you have to think about uh, the gold medal. That no one world records don't matter when you don't have a gold medal. So if he can win that, then he can think about that afterwards. The execution for the gold medal. It's about time Jamaican men find their way back on an Olympic podium, and 1-2 would be very nice. Brian, oh yeah, that's 661. You're talking about Smith. That was a good jump there. No, I didn't see Tina today. She wasn't there. The times are really slow on the track today. Yeah, it's a tough. I mean, the conditions apparently was good for sprinting, but sometimes you just don't get it. The winds have been negligible as well, so I don't know. It also depends on the cycle athletes are in. They may be in a heavy week as well, so I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I may have caught up on most of these comments. Yeah, it's really, really good having all of you guys hanging out tonight. Is there anything left on the track? I think that's it for the meet, right? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, too bad we didn't get a chance to see Shelley and Fraser Price, but I do hope that she is okay and that whatever reason for her to pull out, and I haven't checked it. Did anybody get an update on social media or anything? Hopefully it's nothing serious, and that yeah. Yeah. There's only one race left on the track, the men's 3,000 meters. Doesn't look like a great field either. Yeah. Yeah. Track for All is saying, do you think Level will make the 4x? Oh, he is. I think he has to run the. I think Brian Level should run the curve. You know, I think he runs the curve. That's how I would do it, unless there's an issue with unless there's an issue with the baton exchanges. But I would probably start with like a Akeem Blake. You know, I would put maybe Kishane on the back stretch, Brian Level running the third leg, and Oblique Civil will anchor. That's how I would do it. But you could also interchange Oblique with Thompson on the anchor. Yeah, she did. Fraser Price felt something and she pulled out, but I don't know if there's been a new update in terms of what she felt. If it was a hamstring, if it was the knee, I don't know. Herman Dawkins is asking, did Broadbent contest the 110-meter hurdles? No, he did not. He also withdrew from competition. Henley Taylor is saying Level on the curve for sure. He has Oblique on the backstretch, and Thompson on anchor. I can't disagree with that. I also, I also probably is the best place to put him, but it would be neat to have him on the backstretch eating it up. But you get Akeem Blake starting off, maybe and then it would be good, The Walcott family is saying everyone will have to beat Noah in the 200. I mean, 200 is going to be very competitive. Noah Lyles should start favorite. I mean, he is how many times over world champion over 200 meters. He's fantastic. He's run, 20. He's run 19:30. But he's now transitioned the type of athlete he is. He's now a 1-2 guy. And since he's tried that, he's not run faster than 19.5 in the 200 meters once he's doubled at a major games. That is something he has to think about, because while 19.5 might be good enough, I'm not sure. It could be. It should be. But I wouldn't count out a Let's See Tobago. I just wouldn't do it. And a fresh Aaron Knighton, I don't know how far he can go. He looks different. He looks some more mature athlete, more muscle, which is expected. He's getting older, or he's not old, but he's building there. And who knows what the beef did? I shouldn't have said that. Yeah. Jav is saying level on the curve. Level is slow on the curve. Okay. I mean, he might. But of the lot, though, he's the 200 man here, right? Like, he's the one comfortable in a 200. So he has to run the curve. And also by ranking, they're not going to put, I don't think he gets anywhere else on that, right? Chuck for all is saying, I think Thompson on anchor because he's a great eraser for any problems. That is also true. That's one of the good reasons to think about it. Robert, Tobago is no slouch in the 200. No, I mean, you have to think about Let's See Tobago's this year. What he did over the 300 meters. He's also gone 44 and change in 200. If I'm being honest with you, I see Let's See Tobago as a 2-4 guy. A lot of people don't like to run the 400 meters because it's a killer and the kind of work. But I think Let's See could actually really do some fantastic work over 400 meters. He probably should go up. But, the glory event is still a 100 meters and people like to be in that space. So, yeah. Jab, Andrew Hudson's better on the curve and his 100 meter PB isn't bad. Yeah, I suspect Hudson might be in the mix too. I suspect, but I don't know. It all depends on what they're doing. Is Jamaica sending anybody to the London Diamond League? There's some 4x1s at the London Diamond League on Saturday, right? Is there? I know women are there. I don't know if women. I know there are some women's events there. I don't know if they're men's. I have to check the lineup again. Ania saying Kishan should definitely anchor. No one catching him, and he can chase down anyone. I guess within reason for sure. Yeah. Lance is saying push Kishan and Alka would scare USA. Novlet Smith Brown, the curve is the worst part of Lovell's race. I don't think he should run the third leg. So you would put him on the start? Because by right he gets on the team, right? Or do they, I don't know how they do it though. Akila Smith is gonna try and do another jump here. I think this might be our last jump. She's leading at well, maybe she's in second. I don't know if she's leading. She has a 661 here. Let's see what she gets here. Not as a good a jump as before. Yeah. Yeah. Garth is saying Blake has a history of starting problems, including failing and false starting. Why would you start him in the relays unless you don't want the baton to move from the start? Yeah, but I would say these individuals are professionals. And if you're a professional, 640 there for Akila Smith. If you're a professional and if also you want to make sure that you win a medal, don't mess it up. You wait. It's not hard. Wait. So that's what I would say to that, Garth. But I do understand your point, though. Garth is also saying Level is not a curve runner. He's not an experienced 200 man. He's learning to run the curve. He is, but he did go sub 20 this year, so he's doing something. He's not great. He's not the curve runner you'd want him to be, but he's also developing. He's a young lad that not too long ago was a high school athlete, and he's transitioning. I suspect, I don't know what they will do. This is an interesting question, they yeah, yeah, really. Well, it's an interesting point you're bringing up here, Jav, but we'll see. He wasn't listed. Interesting. Henley saying Level cannot start over Akeem Blake. If he can't run the curve, there's no place for him. Blake has fixed his false starting problems. Yeah, I think so. I think, don't false start. That's the first thing I have to say. They're too professional for that. And I don't think it's an issue, or it should be. And if you can't have a 200-meter man run the curve, then I agree with you. Then what's going on? You know, there's no ways getting on that backstretch though. There's no way. Oh, that's a good jump there from the Swiss athlete there. But anyway, yeah, I don't see him getting on any of the straights. Right, the straights belong to Oblique Seville and Kishane Thompson. Linares doing a 660 there. Not bad, the Colombian. Yeah. What happened to the kid, the under 20 kid from 200? The Israel. I don't remember. I'm getting old. I can't even remember what that is. Yeah. Cool, guys. Yeah, this 3,000 meters are probably about to finish, but it's really fun stuff for you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, because that's the way the only way we go live. And we're gonna do a lot of lives all the way into the Olympics, during the Olympics, watch-alongs. And when you're watching, I want you to be on the live too, because it's a good way for us to interact with a great community. And then I also will be doing a lot of reaction stuff here, so you don't want to miss out on that. Thank you for liking the video as well. Yeah. 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 737 from Laboli, I think, or whatever his name is, for the 3,000 meters. But that's the last event on the track. Okay. I know you you might as well go ahead and subscribe. You love it here. Hey, it's a big step, once you do it, you're locked in, that means you have to up the comments. I'm joking. You're doing super fine, obviously. Yeah. It's a good night, guys. Hopefully we will come back and do another live soon. But that's the end of it, the meet here. I really appreciate all of you for sticking around and for coming. And yeah. You're gonna miss me on this one here, Robert. I don't know. I think this is for the comment section and not for me. This is as far as I go, to be honest with you. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it's certainly a good live, guys. Really appreciate you guys. We've been here for a little bit over 2 hours. I will probably do a reaction show of the London Diamond League. I suppose I was going to do a watch along, but I think I have to make an airport run, so I will probably won't be able to do a watch along, but I'll definitely try to do a reaction live. And be sure to check out the other videos on the channel. I'll be here in another couple of days to do some cricket watch along on Thursday morning. I also I do love my cricket, so I'll be here for that as well. Yeah. So I will leave it here, and I really appreciate you. So thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you guys soon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and be here. All right, Brian, take it easy. Herman, take it easy. Robert is saying she's divulging too much. Yeah. I don't get into all of that. Lance is saying, let me get this. Y'all, it's Blake to Seville to Level to Kishane goal. That would be nice. Yeah. Novelet is saying Akeem has to be on the relay. It's just to place him on the correct leg. He will not false start. I agree with that. Don't false start. What you should do is to hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Okay, one more coming in. I seems like I can't leave. Garth is saying Jav level is not listed on the relay because he's already has an automatic 200 spot. He will run the relay. Yeah. No, yeah. Brian Level is up there. He's up there in terms of transitioning now. He has a good space. He's very talented. Great experience for him to go to the Olympics. Hopefully, he can do very well. At least get a medal in the relays. Go far. Try to make it to the semifinals or so. In the 200 meters, and then kick on a career from that. All right. Take care, guys. Be safe. Thanks, Clip. Looking forward to doing it as well. You'll definitely be on. I really appreciate all the vibrant interactions we got this evening, and it's always good to have that. See you next time. Bye bye.